April. This is our Monday supporter file. This is the little Red Wagon, and I was unclogging my glue there. There are several little elements to this box, to this file, but it's quick and easy. This is the Gable Box in the file, and you're just going to fold all of the folds, mountain fold or away from you, and then these two are valley fold, which are towards you, and that's all you have to do on that one. And then you're just going to take some glue on this tab here. We're just going to open that up. We're going to stick those two together. Just bring it right up, keep it square. And this is called a Gable Box, and I think I'm going to have that as the front of my box since my little reindeer ended up there. Now don't fold these tabs in, they don't get folded. But on the back you're going to start, this box closes a little different. You're going to pull in this tab here, and then you're going to tuck these two tabs up under that, right here. And you're just going to tuck this one right up under there. And then if you want, you can put a little tiny dab of glue right here on the end of this piece. And we're just going to tuck it right inside. And that little spot of glue is enough to get you in there so that you can just press that down, and it's going to hold everything in place, okay? And we're just using this for a piece of candy, whatever it is, that's something small that you want to put in it. Then you're just going to take the two handles, you're going to bring your sides out, and you're going to push them down and through these little loops. And that's what holds that box closed, okay? Super easy and simple. Now, I put a bow in that file. I don't know that I'm going to use this one, but I put it in there anyway. And we're just going to curl these four little areas. Let me use my tweezers, and I'm just going to give those a little bit of a curl right here. Just like so. Just so we have some play in them. And then you're just going to bring those in to the center here, just a little dot of glue, and we're just going to bring that one down. I'm going to put some glue on each of these just to let it be getting tacky. I don't know which side that goes on, but we're just going to do it that way. Then we're going to bring in this one. Trying to get them to grab. I'm using barely glue, and it doesn't always grab as fast as I want it to, like my art glitter. Just gonna put a little dab. And then this little piece here, this little tail wraps around and comes over to the back side. I'm just going to hold that together and give it a second to grab. And I'm just going to take my Cricut tool and kind of weed it in there and open those up where I crushed them. Give a little bit more curl on yours than I did because it's small. It's meant to be much bigger than that, so give it a little bit more curl than you would if it was a small bow. I mean a large bow. And then I'm just going to stick that right to the front. I think I'll use a foam dot. So I'm going to go over onto the back, and I get these from Close to My Heart. Judy Barron's LaRue is in our group. She's a Close to My Heart dealer if you need any of these. And then we're just going to stick that right down on the center, and I'm probably going to open up my little box so I can get some pressure back there and squeeze it, and then just close it back up. Super easy and simple. So there's one of the little boxes. Here is the second box, and you're just going to fold for the lid. You're going to fold on all the scores. You're going to fold them all towards you, or if you're holding your paper this way, away from you. Whichever way. They're all going to go in the same direction, okay? And now we're going to come in here, and I'm just going to put some glue on each one of these tabs, just so it can be getting tacky on those 4 tabs. And then we're just going to pull those together and make a good square corner. You don't want it to be pulled overlapping that piece, and you don't want it too far out. So bring it right up to the edge, keep it square. It's Christmas time. We're going to have a lot of new people joining us, so some of you seasoned people may already know some of these tips that I'm giving, but I am going to be giving good detail in case we have any new people. You guys help them out whenever you can, please. We all remember when we were new. Christmas time and getting machines. So now that I have all of those, I'm just going to fold these back a little bit first. I cut a piece of vellum. Now you can use whatever you want to go in the top of that, but I just cut a piece of vellum for mine. You can use your old plastic covers from your old Cricut mats. You can use that. You can use cellophane from any kind of packaging, or you can use your Cricut foil acetate or clear acetates, whichever one that you have. And we're just going to stick that down in there. And normally I would put another piece over this if it was a large box, just to make sure that that vellum was sandwiched in there. But this is just a little treat box, so I'm not going to go through that with it. I'm just going to go through these tabs right here, and we're going to fold those to the inside to cover the tabs, corner tabs that we just glued. And you're just going to go all the way around, and that's going to give this a nice finish on the lid box here. The lid for the box, I should say. And you can use your tape runners or other things. This barely glue does take a little bit more time to grab for me. Some people don't have that issue with it, but it can be shipped in the winter. Art glitter glue cannot. So that's a plus for it. But use what you have. You can use your tape runners again, whatever you have. So then we have our little lid here. And now we're going to do the base of this box. And that's the piece that looks like this. We're just going to fold on all of those score lines. I should have my bone folder for these. See if I can see that. Is there a score line on that? I don't think that there is. Okay. And on there, I'm just making sure I'm not missing any score lines. Open it back up. Fold that one. I'll fold this one. So then it should be looking just like this. You got it all folded. And I think I will use my tape runner on this just so we don't have to wait for the time. And I'm just going to bring on these 4 tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some adhesive. Okay, and then we're going to bring those in and make that 90-degree corner. All right, and grab that one. Now, if this were a bigger box, I would definitely glue, but again, it's just a little treat box, just to hold a couple of little treats. You can put your shreds in there. I'm not going to break all of those out, but you can put a couple of pieces or different candies, whatever, in there. And then you're just going to place your lid right on top, and my vellum isn't sticking that way. It doesn't like the glue. So let me try. Let me try this runner and see if that will be better for it. Much better. All right, fix it. Yeah, that's sticking better. So we have our little treat box there. So now you've got your 2 little treat boxes, and then there's one more. I don't know that we will need all 3, and if not, they're in the file. You can pick the ones that you want and use those. I'm just going to fold all the tabs away from me, just like we did on the other. And then we're just going to line up this piece and this piece. Now, I haven't put this box together before. It's kind of a weird box, but I like the shape of it. So that's why I put it in there. I'm just going to fold those tabs up on the side here. And then we're just going to put a little bit of glue on this side and bring this in. Yeah, they're the same. Okay. That looks weird. Maybe okay. Make sure that you're looking at it because it does fold. One meets all the way to the side and one, well, no, they're both doing the same thing. Okay. Again, it's a weird little box. So I'm just going to do my best with it and bring that in like I think it should go. I'm just going to grab those, do the same on this side. I want that same tab so that it has it both on the same side towards the back. We have a clean, crisp front. All right, and these 2 tabs you can fold back. Now there is a slit on each one of these, and the best I can tell is you're going to fold that back and fold that back and bring them to the middle, like so. And then your other snowflake that's in there. Now, I may be putting this box together wrong, but that's the only way that I could figure it out. And then this one has a slit in it to go. I'm pretty sure that that's wrong. I can't figure out why they put the slit there to do that. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. But then this one can go and stand. It's supposed to stand up on there somehow. If anybody has ever figured this box out, let me know. I think it goes and pushes those in that way. But it should interlock. Why it's... Oh, well, it's opposite on each side, so somehow they're supposed to intermingle. I think maybe that's it. We're twisting them, bringing them in. There we go. But then you don't get to see the pretty side of your paper. So that's all it is. We just twisted them like so. And then I don't know why they have the extra snowflake with the slit on it, except maybe to go onto holding those together. But I'm going to do it that way. Now, this you could put a Hershey's Kiss in or a nugget, and that's going to give me my 3D snowflake. I think that's the way it's laid out. And I'm missing part of it. There we go. I would suggest a heavier paper on this one too. But anyway, it's cute. We're going to go with it like that and go on to the wagon. So we've got our 3 little treat boxes. Now on the wagon, everything is folded away from you, okay? Or mountain fold, you just want to fold it. I've got my texture to the outside, so I fold it away from me. And I'm just going to put a bead of glue on this side, and I'm just going to fold that over, okay, on the long side. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And this is just to give it a pretty finish at the top of the wagon. That's all that's for. And then we are going to, I'm just going to put it right here on this tab and this tab. And we're going to bring this tab in and make a good 45-degree corner. Fold that out of the way so you guys can see, especially if you're new. Make sure that you've got a good corner there and press that down. And we're going to bring in this tab and do the same thing. So it should look like this, but we want that tab flat. There we go. Just like so. And then you can take this tab, and you, like I said, you can use glue, use whatever you want. And we're just going to fold that over. Okay. And then you're going to repeat that on this end. Okay. Fold these in. Make sure I got a good 45 or 90. There we go. And bring that one in. All right. Then you're going to take this piece. This is your little base piece. Now, if you don't have brads, I'm going to be using brads on mine. If you don't have brads, but you've got some little silver dots or something, you can use those and just place them over the holes. And that's all I'm going to do is just open up all of my brads on here. I have some silver ones and some red ones, so I'm going to be using red ones on my wheels. And this is purely decoration. And if you don't have any of these silver dots, if you've got some silver Nuvo drops or anything like that, you can use anything. It's just to kind of replicate rivets like you would see in a wagon, a little red wagon. Oops. He tried to get away from me. All right, so once that's opened up, now you can glue this or you can use your tape runner. And I'm just gonna, I think, use a little bit of glue for my corners and sides. I may use a little tape runner down the middle. And then we're just going to set that in place and give that a rub. Just going to place it right down in there. Distribute that glue. So there we have our little base of our wagon. Next, I'm just going to set that off to the side to dry. Got some, my papers didn't fall out. There we go. Got some little strips like this. If I can get my centers out. And you've got 4 of these. And I cut mine from a silver foil. Okay. And I am just going to, I think I'm going to use tape runner on this because sometimes glues don't like, they don't like the foils and it tries to bubble up. We're just going to line 2 of them up because my paper's not double-sided and I wanted it to be pretty. Just like so. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. And this is a brushed foil. I think I got this from Michael's. But your true brushed foil from Cricut would be pretty here. Yeah, it's foil silver, whatever that was. And I'm just going to, again, run my tape runner. And we're going to line those up. Now, if you're using solid paper or solid black, you don't have to double this up if you don't want to. I just wanted the extra sturdiness, and I wanted it to be the same on both sides. In case it showed. I don't know that it's going to show yet. I don't remember. I know one side shows, but the rest I don't, is maybe not going to. And then you've got a fold line on the ends. And it doesn't have to be a perfect fold over, just kind of give it a bend. We'll work on it here in a minute on each end, okay? And now, while that's working, I'm going to take these. You've got 6 of these, and you won't probably need that many if you want to cut them out of a heavier material. This is 80-pound black cardstock, just like Cricut. But Cricut was out of black paper. I wasn't able to get it, so this is, I can't, Prima. No, it's not Prima. It's, I'll have to look, guys. I do apologize. I don't remember what the name, it might be AC cardstock. Joann's has a brand that is 80-pound solid core. And you can get those. So we're just going to layer these up. Okay? So you can put your glue on these, and we're just going to stack and layer them. You want to keep those even. It doesn't want to scoot. I'm just going to keep going with those. Four might be enough. I don't know. I just did 6 and it worked for me, so I just stayed with it when it worked with my mock-up. And that's what I went with. Oops. It's sliding off there. Stick. And the last one. And I just want to be sure that I got it all lined up. All right. And there you go with that. Now you have 4 of these little rectangular pieces, and they are split on one side. You need to make sure that you line these up with the splits in the right place, okay? So it is split here. And I want to line this one up with the split in the same place. I'm just going to make sure that it's open. And I only did 4 of these. I think 4 will be enough. I did 6 on my mock-up, and I felt it was a little too thick. So I cut it down to 4. And if it's not enough, I will pause and cut a couple more. But I have a feeling 4 will be plenty for this part of it. I'm just going to glue all of those together. Making sure it's split open, okay? And once you have that, then we're going to take this piece right here, and we're just going to put some glue on the inside of that, and then on each side of this handle. We're just going to open that up and bring it through. I can get it to feed through. actually. I am going to take and place a glue dot on mine. Just a small one. I'm just going to place it right there where the split is. I think that would work better. I'm just going to slide that on down out of the way. I missed it. Let me try that again. There we go. Just trying to catch it in between the two. And I'm going to place one on the other side too. I got that glue on there, and that glue dot doesn't want to stick with it wet. Okay. Then I'm just going to wiggle this back in there. Stuck to me. Try not to bend yours like I bent mine. I'm just kind of tucking that glue dot right into the opening of that hole. Just to hold that handle. And get some of the glue off of it from my fingers as well. Just to get it tightened up in there. All right, now we have our little handle. Now, if you want yours to tilt a little bit, you can do that as well. Put a little bit of a tilt on it. Totally up to you. Let me go this way, I think. All right, so now we have that. You can set that to the side, and let's work on our wheels. We're just going to let that dry for a second. And I think this is going to go here. I just want to make sure everything is going to fit. This piece is going to go here, and then our wheels will go here. Looks like everything's going to line up. So I'm just going to take 2 of the black. And we're going to place those together. I just put a little bit of glue in there just to kind of hold them. Then you're going to take one of the white disc and line that up. And then one of the red. Place it on, and then I am going to put in my brad, my old red brad. Then I'm going to get one of my pieces here, and I'm going to bring that brad in and open that up. Okay, just like so. And it should turn a little bit. It's just made for decoration more than anything. And then to cover up the brad, I have these little silver pieces here, and we're just going to place that right over it. Right over the brad. And that's going to take that barely glue a minute to dry. I probably should have used a glue dot for assembly purposes. Just so we don't have to wait on glue to dry. And I lost my glue there. And again, I shouldn't have put that glue on there and then tried those. It doesn't like it. We're just going to line that up and stick it down. Okay, and our wheel should turn. Now I'm just sticking this onto the brad. I'm not sticking it to the wheel. If you stick it to the wheel, your wheel's not going to turn. Okay? Just do a little, 2 of the black ones. And this is just so your wheel will be sturdy and support your little gifts. And then the white one. It's hard to see that one there. Can see the white through that red, but it's hard to see that black one. Like so. And a brad. And then we're going to bring this brad over onto this piece. I'm going to open that up. Still make sure it can spin. And then we're going to get another one of these small pieces here. Put a dot on our brad, and then we're just going to place this piece right on top. And you don't have to have that piece. I just thought it would look a little bit better. And then we're just going to give a good bend, now that we have those on there, to that piece. We're going to set it aside, and you're going to make another one. Same way. Super easy and fun project. Place that one. Make sure my textured side is going the right way. And if you need glue dots, tape runners, paper, anything, please use my link tree down below and shop with me. I will earn a small commission. I greatly appreciate you. If you are not a Patreon supporter and you want access to this file, go over to Patreon and become a monthly supporter or annual. Annual saves 15%. And so we have those folded. Now we are going to place these with your wheels with this piece up, and you're going to place that right over the box, okay? And I'm trying to line them up. There's no right or wrong, just line it up across the base. I'm just gonna put some tape runner there, and we're just gonna stick that guy down. Make sure he's straight. And come in and press it from inside. And before I get too far, I want to get this guy. Just want to make sure that this piece needs to butt up against this piece, and I just got really lucky. If you've already done that one, don't worry. Flip it around and do it on this side and then place that. But I'm okay. So I'm just going to eyeball that. You're going to fold down both of your flaps here, okay? And that's how you're going to tell if you've got this in the right place. And I'm off a little bit. So fold it down and push it right up on to your box, and you can see I've got a gap, so I'm going to go over to this side, and that's where I'm going to place my next one. Just going to fold that in, put my tape runner, see if I can get that to lay down enough to get my tape runner on there. Nope. Doesn't want to make it easy, that's for sure. You can use glue here too, totally up to you. So I'm just going to place this piece with it folded. Just going to go ahead and stick it down. How about that? It might make it a little more difficult though when I get to put the rest together. That's way off. Just trying to get myself aligned here. There we go. There we go. And we're going to stick that piece down. And I'm getting that extra glue off. You got some wiggle room if you're using actual wet glue, where you don't have that wiggle room with tape. Perfect. All that black from that paper and the glue. Ugh. I'll clean that off here in a little bit. So then you have that, and the wheels do spin. Not that they need to, but I thought it was cute. Kids get a kick out of it. So now we're going to take our handle, and we're going to take this piece. And I'm using a silver brad here, and I'm just going to go in on one side. Then I'm going to bring in my handle piece, and I'm going to go through that one. And then I'm going to pull this one in, and we're going to open that up. Okay. And you can put a piece of black paper over this if you want to and hide those. I thought what I would do is just trim mine off and maybe use just the top of one of these. Just cut it off and use a glue dot. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put black Nuvo Drop over mine as a dot. I'm just going to trim off with my scissors the little tail pieces. And then press that back open. And then maybe I'll just use one of these. Oops. Well, that one went flying. And so did that one, but I found it. It was on my arm. And I'm just going to place it on this just to cover my, well, I say that I am. Just to kind of hide that plain brad. Okay. And it doesn't want to stick. It doesn't want to stay. We'll make it stay. Glue dot to the rescue. All right, and this handle should move. And with the flat part up, okay, we're going to glue that right in there. Maybe I can use it back here where I wanted. On the other. Yes, I can. It'll work. So I'm going to come back over here where I have just a little bit wider space. I'm just going to glue right here on the back of this. Now I did cut this piece from Cricut craft board. It's heavier. You can use poster board, craft board, but you want something kind of heavy, okay? So that it can support the handle. But you can see how that goes on. Super easy and simple. And your handle will move up and down once that gets dry. You don't want to be moving it until it gets good and dry. Make sure you glue all the way up to the edge and give it time to dry. Okay? How stinking cute is that? But we're not done. I've got a couple more little things. Here's a little tag, do not open to Christmas, and I cut this out of my matching paper, and you can put a name on the back if you want, or you can flip those around. I wish it was colored on that side, but it's not, so that's the way I'm going to go with it. Just like this. And I'm going to just glue those together. Now, I did print and cut. I did not flatten them in the file for you guys. That way I wouldn't have to do 2 files for mobile. All you have to do is flatten those 2 pieces and print and cut. And then on this piece, I just put red in there, but I'm using a wood grain. This is from Design Bundles. It is called, and I'll leave a link down below, Design Bundles Rustic Wood Backgrounds. And it has several colors of the backgrounds. And I used a print and cut on one and put it on my offset, put my Merry Christmas on top, which is in there for you guys. Already sized. You can use whatever pattern you want. I just set it to red. All you have to do is flatten it or put a pattern in there. If you don't know how to do that, just ask one of us. We'll be happy to help you out with that. And I didn't have any silver thread. I got some dark blue here. I'm going to use that because my ribbon is just too big. I couldn't find my thin red ribbon, and this Stampin' Up! Is just too thick. So I'm just going to use a small piece of this blue. It'll work just fine. I'm just going to kind of make a loop here and run it right through that little tag. You can do your boxes in craft paper, any sorts of stuff that you want. I'm just going to tie a little knot up here at the top, and then we'll trim it off. Doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. we go. And I get this is close to my heart too. This is called Crochet Thread. It's in sapphire color. They have different colors, different times, things like that. But it is meant for this little box here, and I'm just going to pop dot it up with a little dot. Peel off that release liner, and then we're just going to kind of place it just like so. That one has a ribbon on it. This one here, we may not need the other one, but I'm going to see. Yeah, we'll put it in there. Why not? And if you want to decorate it up too, I've got a little bow here. This is some old ones that I had on hand. I don't know if you can still get these from Stampin' Up! Or not, but I'm just going to, I think I'll just put it on this one. I don't think I'm going to use anything else on that little guy. So we've got our little boxes, and you can size these boxes up however you want to. Put as many as you want. You can size the wagon down a little bit. I also have this little decoration. I don't think I'm going to use that. I just had different stuff out. You guys can figure out your embellishments that you want. And the little tags are going to go right on the side. Now you can do name tags and do these for place cards. I think in hindsight I would size these boxes up just a little bit, not much, but just a little bit. Okay, put that on the side, and then we're just going to go and put one on the other side. I just tested my wagon yesterday. I didn't test the box sizes that go in them, as you can tell. But I would go up maybe a 1/2 inch on each one and do it that way. I don't even think I would use that one. 2 is plenty. But how cute is that for a little red wagon? That would make great place cards or fun table settings. You can size it up, size it down, have fun with it. If you guys have any questions or you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to go take some photos and post this up for you guys. Happy crafting!